Welcome back, everyone. I hope you just stuck along as we are currently in our second match of the evening. This is match 301, as Travis was really happy to be competing at 301 and not 300 when he saw some of those last questions. But guys, here we have two people that are both 4-2 as we head into week 7. And Travis Fame, you know, you've been you didn't start out the clash probably in the best scenario, but you've been putting up big points lately. But Travis, how are you doing tonight, man?
Tonight I'm doing good. Looking forward. I think Nico's another one I've never faced. I've definitely seen on the channel, but haven't faced him yet. So always fun facing new people and try to keep the momentum rolling.
Yes, indeed. And we will see if you can keep that momentum rolling against, as we discussed earlier, Nico. You're at an even 50% in overall in CWT as we head into match 301 with 30 matches. A lot of threes there. But Nico, how you doing tonight as you head into week 7?
It's a battle of Pennsylvania wrestlers. One retired, one just recently debuted. It's interesting. You know, Travis and I have an indirect history in the places we've hung around. Him being a PWX tag champ at one point. I come from Rise, which spawned off of PWX. I think Travis himself said he has nothing nice to say about PWX. And granted, not a lot of people do either. Depends on what your experiences were with that place, and that's not for me to discuss. But anyway, I feel like I'm still flying the Rise flag anyway, just because you know, that's my home team. Even though we're both Pittsburghers,
Pittsburghers.
My goal is just to keep putting up big points. As many big points as I can put up, because I want to win this goddamn tournament. That title has eluded me for so long, for 4 years. You put out the history books. I was match number 1 and match number 50. I want one of those matches to be historic for that. I finally won the big one, and I need some big points here to get there.
And yes, indeed, you will get some, hopefully you get some big points today to move yourself up in the standings. But just as a reminder, I don't know if I told you guys this, but if you do not finish at the top of your block, please, and you're out of it going to the last week, score as many points as possible, because the final standings will have major implications for the future.
Because tiebreakers?
No, just in general of who's next in line. We need a new challenger after the clash, and we have a new champion. So there's major implications for these standings for the future.
Okay.
But guys, and if anyone is here in the chat, Steve is here. He says, hey, yo. But guys, if you're here in the chat, get your bets in. Use your channel points. Use your loonies. Will it be Travis Fame? Will it be Nico Rigoli? Or will it be dude's favorite, the tie? We just had a tie recently between Steve Mesa and Paul Mead. Go back and watch that one if you haven't yet. It is a lot of fun. It was match number 300. But we're going to turn on our music, put on our round 1 graphic, and tell you that round 1 works like this. 4 questions worth 1 point each, 2 questions each based on the first round strength given by both combatants. 1 final question with 4 possible answers in a random category will be asked, with 1 point per correct answer.
Okay.
Yes. Welcome, Dim, to the chat. Thank you for being here. Yes, bet your loonies, Dim, on whatever you want. But guys, we're going to start with Champ Chance, which is a Nico's strength. And your first...
shoot, we're starting off with my categories this time.
It's however I wrote it in the document, whosever name I wrote first when I was filling everything out before we started. But your first question is, which tag team unified the WWE and WCW Tag Team Championships at Survivor Series 2001?
Oh, this marker is dead already. There we go.
All right, looks like they are both in. Travis, what do you got?
Dudley Boys.
And Nico.
Oh, shoot. Did I misremember this? I put Brothers of Destruction.
Yes, indeed. It was the Dudley Boys. I think you're thinking of SummerSlam, where they just won the titles. They did not unify them. It was at SummerSlam. Survivor Series was a cage match between the Dudleys and the Hardys. But we are going to move on to question number 2. Bob Backlund became the first ever double champion of the WWE in 1980 when he won the tag team championships with which other wrestler? All right, looks like they're both in. Nico.
As America, Sergeant Slaughter.
And Travis.
Is it Pedro Morales?
Correct answer is Pedro Morales.
Oh, this is not a good start.
And your next question.
Speak for yourself.
We're moving on to the corporation. And your first question in the corporation is, who was the last person that China eliminated to win the Corporate Royal Rumble on the 1999 episode of Raw? Dim says that he is rooting for Travis, but he put his loonies on a tie because that's where the smart money is.
Understandable.
All right, looks like they are both in. Travis, what do you got?
He'll tell you it was Austin, but it was China, eliminating Mr. McMahon.
And Nico.
Okay, I feel like an idiot now. I put Big Boss Man.
Mr. McMahon is the correct answer. He thought he'd won, but then China came out and they were like, "No, you're not in this," and she was like, "Hell yeah, I am." And then Austin came out and China dumped him out of the ring. But we are going to move on to your second question in the corporation, and that question is, what was the name of the Mean Street Posse member that was only shown in the vignettes and never actually appeared on television? Made you think with this one, didn't I, Travis?
Yeah, I could see him telling the bar fight stories. I cannot remember his name.
Dim in the chat says that Travis is his favorite Pittsburghian besides Andy Warhol.
Oh, that's awesome.
This is my worst round one to date.
I can't even think of a guess.
Are you...
I'm tapping.
All right, throwing it out. Nico, what did you have?
I just put down the name Chad.
I mean, honestly, someone from Greenwich might have been named Chad. That seems like a name for there. But we were looking for Willie Green.
Willie Green.
Willie Green. Willie Green. So we are going to move on, guys, to your 4-point question, and that is in the category of the Intercontinental Championship. And your question in the Intercontinental Championship, 4 possible answers, is: who are the last 4 wrestlers to hold the Intercontinental Championship before it became exclusive to SmackDown for the first time during the 2009 WWE Draft? So, yes, it changed brands in the 2009 draft. So you were looking for the champion when the title changed brands, and then the 3 champions before that person. It was before that for 7 years. The the Intercontinental Championship was exclusive to Raw, I believe, except for like a minor 1 week in 2002. But we won't count that. Enjoy your food, Dim. Thanks for joining us.
Okay, so just for clarification, I want to make sure I'm reading this question right. the last 4 wrestlers to hold this belt before the 2009 draft show,
Yes,
or before the draft results went into effect at, I would assume, Extreme Rules of that year.
So there was a new. I can tell you this: there was a new champion at Extreme Rules that year. That is counted as the first SmackDown reign. So I need the 4 people that held it before Extreme Rules. If you want to make it easy on you guys. Because according to Wikipedia, that Extreme Rules title change is counted as a SmackDown reign.
Am I remembering this right? Okay, I have names.
Okay.
Yeah, we can put it that way. I got some names.
Steve has some names in the chat. Are you guys good? Or are you still thinking, Nico?
I think I'm gonna lock it in.
All right, locking it in. All right, Travis, what are your 4 names?
Throw out some common ones. The Miz, Kofi Kingston, Dolph Ziggler, and Shelton Benjamin.
All right, and Nico.
So I believe the Extreme Rules title change was Chris Jericho. He is not one of the names on my list. I'm just mentioning that for reference. I believe he won it from Rey Mysterio, who won it from John Morrison. Kofi Kingston is in there somewhere too, and I think Kofi beat Dolph for it.
All right, so your correct answers are, as we welcome Dwayne into the chat, your correct answers are Rey Mysterio, JBL, CM Punk, and William Regal. So Travis, you unfortunately had 0, but Nico, you got 1. So 3-1 as we head into the second round. Yes, it was, JBL lost it to Mysterio at WrestleMania. JBL beat Punk on like a Raw, and then I think Punk also beat Regal on Raw as well.
I was still thinking too far.
I think I think you went ahead a year, or later that year.
God damn it!
But we're gonna move on to round 2. So round 2 works like this: 4 questions worth 1 point each. Each combatant will answer their own 4 questions based on the strength given for 4 total points available. Nico, we will start with you with MMA crossovers. And Nico, your first question is: who did Brock Lesnar defeat to win his first WWE Championship?
The Rock.
The Rock is correct. We'll move on to your second question in MMA crossover. Who did Tom Lawler defeat in the finals to crown the first New Japan Strong Openweight Champion?
Oh shit, that tournament. Oh no. Who was there? I'm not confident in this, but I think they were pushing Clark Connors heavily at this time.
That is incorrect. We're looking for Brody King.
Oh, wow.
Brody
Okay.
King. But still got 2 more questions to go, and your next one is: who did Sonya Deville attack when she made a surprise appearance on the October 11th, 2022 episode of NXT?
Oh, who was Mandy Rose feuding with? I think this was Kaylee Ray.
I will accept that. It is Alba Fire, but I will accept Kaylee Ray. And your next final question: which future WWE Hall of Famer is the only person that Dan Severn defeated in the Brawl for All tournament before he withdrew from the tournament? He said, and the quote is, he withdrew from the tournament because he had nothing to prove. So, good for him.
So just for clarification,
Yep.
future Hall of Famer, as in they have since from that match made it into the Hall of Fame.
That is correct.
Okay. Now I just have to hope. Well, not hope. Is it someone who's alive or dead? This whole fucking tournament was created just so Vince Russo could laugh at JBL getting knocked out. Who the fuck did he beat? Godfather? No,
That
wait,
is-
no. Wait.
That is correct.
Oh, it is correct?
That's shit. I already started saying it. I knew you weren't locked in, but I already started saying correct. But yeah, we'll take it. You're in. Good job, Nico.
Okay.
The Godfather is correct.
I was doubting that answer.
I just got really excited because you pulled that. And I was like, okay. And then you were like, no. And I'm like, I'm already saying correct. But we'll count it. We'll count it.
Okay.
You're good. So, yeah, that brings you up to 4 points as we move on to Travis's strength in WWF Hulk Hogan. And Travis, your first question. After Hulk Hogan left the WWF in 1993, he made his next appearance in which 2002 pay-per-view?
Just appearance, right? Would have been No Way Out, 2002. He wrestled at Mania, but
Yeah, that is correct. No Way Out is
just
correct.
okay.
And your next question. That's why I put appearance and not match to make sure you were. Just want to make sure people are reading sometimes, you know.
I just get nervous.
Yep, it's all right. And your next question: who did Hulk Hogan in the NWO ambush in the main event of this pay-per-view?
That would have been Austin.
Austin is the correct answer. We move on to your next question. Who teamed with Hulk Hogan to take on Big John Studd and King Kong Bundy on the Halloween 1985 episode of Saturday Night's Main Event?
I believe that was Andre the Giant.
You would believe correctly. And your final question. Who is the special ring announcer for Hulk Hogan versus Sergeant Slaughter at WrestleMania 7?
Okay. Got one name that popped into my head immediately, and I feel like if I don't say it and it's right, Alex Trebek.
Correct answer is Alex Trebek.
Really?
Should have known
Yes.
you'd stick with your Canadians.
Yes, Alex Trebek. Alex Trebek and I believe Regis Philbin came out before the.
Regis makes sense to me,
Yeah.
but Alex Trebek?
Yeah, Alex
Well, they had
Trebek.
a bunch. Wasn't the Family Feud guy on that one too, or was that?
I think
WrestleMania
that was
8?
a Survivor Series. I think because he
I think it
introduced.
was a 4-on-4 at a WrestleMania, but I can't remember.
Oh, that might have been 8, but I think he also did a Survivor Series, the one where they had the Hearts against the Knights. Because it was like
yeah.
because it was Family Feud, you know.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
But so that gives us score 7 for Fame, 4 for Nico as we head into the Battle Zone. And the Battle Zone works like this: 1 point per correct answer. 1 question with at least 10 possible answers will be asked. Each combatant will take turns answering until they have 5 guesses each. 5 total points available per combatant. And today's question comes in the category of the Royal Rumble. And your question is: who are the 10 wrestlers that have spent the most time in the ring across all of the Women's Royal Rumble matches? So you'll start with you, Nico. This is a culminative time between all of the Women's Rumbles. The 10 longest have spent longest time in the ring.
Sasha Banks.
And Travis.
Charlotte.
Nico.
She definitely had a lot of time in the most recent ones. Bianca Belair.
And Travis.
Natalia.
Nico.
This is where it gets complicated now. Cause like, Shayna Baszler?
All right. Travis.
Beth Phoenix.
Nico.
In all of the Rumbles combined. Okay. What, combined time or just like...
Combined time across all of them.
Okay.
Longest. That's
All
why I
right.
said in the ring, same thing.
That's what's making it hard for me to lock down these last two options. You know what? Fuck it. Nikki Bella.
And Travis.
Naomi.
And Nico, your final one.
Just to keep the trend going, Brie Bella.
And Travis finishes off.
I'll say Alexa Bliss.
All right. So your correct answers are Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair, Natalia, Naomi, Rhea Ripley, Sasha Banks, Ember Moon, Shayna Baszler, Liv Morgan, and Lacey Evans. So you both got 3, giving us a score of 10-7 as we head into the final round. So guys, 10-7 going to the final round, and the final round. Joey says that's crazy because Liv has 2 of the shortest times. She was also, I believe, the longest in the Royal Rumble this year with 45 minutes.
Man, how did I forget Rhea Ripley?
Yeah, she lasted a long time. I think she was in 2 of them. She lasted a very long time, 2 or 3. But guys, the final round works like this. Each combatant will pick 3 numbers. Starting with the lowest score, they'll be assigned 3 questions based on the number they have chosen. The combatant with the least amount of points will start the round until they take the lead. There is no knockouts in the game will continue. All questions are asked, even if a winner is declared. No overtime, 3 points per correct answer, 2 bonus points for the victory, and 1 point for a tie. Looking back here, Paul Mead says he's glad he didn't have that one. Lots of answers in the chat, a few correct ones. Good job there, guys. But starting with you, Nico, I need 3 numbers between 1 and 20.
Gonna go with my mom's lucky numbers here. 7.
Okay.
3.
Okay.
And... because I like it, the number 6.
Okay. And Travis.
We'll just keep it Pittsburgh themed and go 4-1-2.
I'm from the 724, but that still
Well,
works.
so am I, but I'm not going to give that out on air. when people calling me.
It's just the area code. That's not the rest of the phone number.
All right. So, Nico, you chose number 7, and that corresponds to first match. And, Nico,
Okay.
your question is, in which year did Mike Knox compete in his first and only Elimination Chamber?
I was somewhere between 2007 and 2009. Okay. I know I have the range right. I just need the right year. Oh crap! What was that chamber? So 2009 would have been the one where Edge competed in both. So I'm gonna say 2008.
That is incorrect. It was
It's
2000.
07, isn't it?
It's 09.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, he was in the the World Heavyweight title match, the World Heavyweight one, which was the one that Edge won in the main event.
Fuck.
Yes, so 2009, so you will not get that one. We are going to move on to your next one, and that corresponds to in which year?
Oh, yay!
your
Same as
question-
last one.
And your question for in which year, speaking of Edge, in which year did Edge win his most recent World Championship in the WWE?
Win his most recent World Championship.
Yes, and which year
So
did he
he-
win it?
I have to think about this because I know he. This is me thinking out loud. I know he won it in 2010 at Fatal 4-Way, but I know there was some shenanigans going on with Vicky and with Dolph and with the spear getting banned. So I'm trying to remember if the title got vacated and then he had to win it back in 2011 at like the Royal Rumble. I'm gonna say 2000. God, this is not my night. Come on. I know I'm dancing on the tightrope here. 2010.
The correct answer is 2011.
Fuck!
Yes, so you had the right idea. So he did, the spear was banned, he did use it, but Vicky Guerrero gave the title to Dolph Ziggler, and then Edge won it back on that same SmackDown episode in 2011. But we're going to move on to your final question, Nico. You chose number 6. Oh, excuse me. And that corresponds to AEW. And Nico, your question. AEW. Which former AEW Tag Team Champion did Adam Cole defeat in his first match in AEW?
Alright, who had been tag champ at that point? I'm leaning towards Frankie Kazarian, but I don't want to lock that in yet. You know, actually, it makes total sense. Frankie Kazarian?
That is correct for 3 points.
All right.
So you got that one. Now you're tied with Travis Fame. So now you have to sit back and wait for Travis to get his questions. And Travis, your first question, number 4, corresponds to the Attitude Era. And Travis, your question is: Vince McMahon wrestled his only match on Sunday Night Heat on the pre-show, or Sunday Night Heat, of Over the Edge in 1999. Which member of the Ministry of Darkness did he wrestle?
Again, this was the first one that popped in my head, so just trust it. Was it Midian?
The correct answer is Midian. So 3 points to you, Travis. You will get the win, but you have 2 questions remaining. And Travis, next one you chose was number 1. And number 1 corresponds to WCW. Travis, your question is: Terry Gordy and Steve Williams were known as which tag team in WCW?
The Deathbirds.
That is incorrect. We were looking for the Miracle Violence connection. And your final question comes in the category of WrestleMania. Your question in WrestleMania is: who did Mark Henry defeat at WrestleMania 29?
Ryback.
Ryback is correct, bringing you up to 16. And so with a final score of 16-10, picking up 2 bonus points, Travis Fame, you are the winner today. You'll pick up 18 points to add to your total. Nico, you will add 10 as we head into week 8. But Travis, you won the match today. You got questions weren't exactly looking too great in the beginning, but Travis, how are you feeling today?
I mean, I'm glad to come out of here with a win. I don't think me or Nico had our best stuff tonight. I'd like to face Nico again. Maybe we can tear it up a little better, but I am happy to get the win, and always fun doing wrestling trivia, so I can't complain.
Yes, indeed. And Nico, not the best week, but it's 10 points. Still got 2 more weeks. As I said before, the standings do matter in the end. But Nico, how are you doing, buddy?
I feel like I gave 6 points away in that last round. I was dancing right on it and then talked myself out of it. And I'm not having a great week, man. I'm really not. We talked about this backstage. I won't say anything further than that about what's been going on. I've just not had a great couple days, and I was hoping this could be like the little bit of medicine I needed to pick myself back up again, and instead got in my own head. And I would love a redo, but I know like I'd have to wait for that to come down the road.
Well, on that note, I do have another announcement that when the Clash is over, I believe TNA did this back in the day where they had like open challenge night. We'll be doing that in CWT in the future, where it's like if you have someone you have beef with, you just want to play, or you just want to decide a feud of some sort, we're gonna let that happen. I haven't decided what day yet, but once the Clash is over, there'll be a certain day where we will have open challenge night, where the first challenge that is accepted on the Facebook group will happen that night. So we'll stay tuned for that. That is one of the things I have planned for the future of CWT. But thank you to you guys for being here. Thank you to Paul, Dwayne, Steve, Joey, Dim. They were all here in the chat. Thank you guys for being here. We'll be back tomorrow, half an hour after Dynamite ends. For those on the East Coast, I'm not sure what time to play. It's the other side. Paul's telling us we got ads. Well, it doesn't matter anyway because we're going off the air. But thank you guys for watching. But yeah, tomorrow night, after half an hour after Dynamite, we'll have Jordan Owens and Hunter Chambliss going one-on-one. So stay tuned for that. And then enjoy your Thanksgiving to my American friends. Enjoy your Thanksgiving this Thursday. Eat lots of food and then go shopping on Friday if that's what you choose to do. Thank you all for being here, and we will see you tomorrow night. Stay tuned for that standings update.